A quotation is a handy thing to have about, saving one the trouble of thinking for oneself, always a laborious business. I used to believe in forever, but forever's too good to be true. One of the advantages of being disorderly is that, one is constantly making exciting discoveries. Sometimes, if you stand on the bottom rail of a bridge, and lean over to watch the river slipping slowly away beneath you, you will suddenly know everything there is to be known. Did you ever stop to think, and forget to start again? You're braver than you believe, and stronger and smarter than you think. So perhaps the best thing to do is to stop writing introductions, and get on with the book. Good judgment comes from experience, and experience, well, that comes from poor judgment. When you see someone putting on his big boots, you can be pretty sure that an adventure is going to happen. You're braver than you believe, and stronger and smarter than you think. Never forget me, because if I thought you would, I'd never leave. If ever there is a tomorrow, when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You will be better advised to watch what we do, instead of what we say. I was walking along looking for somebody, and then suddenly I wasn't anymore. We'll be friends until forever, just you wait and see. The third-rate mind is only happy when it is thinking with the majority. The second-rate mind is only happy when it is thinking with the minority. The first-rate mind is only happy when it is thinking. Piglet noticed that, even though he had a very small heart, it could hold a rather large amount of gratitude. A bear, however hard he tries, grows tubby without exercise. Brains first and then hard work. In the quiet hours when we are alone, and there is nobody to tell us what fine fellows we are, we come sometimes upon a moment in which we wonder, not how much money we are earning, nor how famous we have become, but what good we are doing. Some people talk to animals. Not many listen though. That's the problem. Don't underestimate the value of doing nothing. I knew, when I met you, an adventure was going to happen. You can't stay in your corner of the forest, waiting for others to come to you. You have to go to them sometimes. When you do the things that you can do, you will find a way. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you. Supposing a tree fell down, Pooh, when we were underneath it. Supposing it didn't, said Pooh after careful thought. Piglet was comforted by this. Sometimes, said Pooh, the smallest things take up the most room in your heart. Don't underestimate the value of doing nothing, of just going along, listening to all the things you can hear, and not bothering. Organizing is what you do before you do something, so that when you do it, it is not all mixed up. Any day spent with you is my favorite day. So today is my new favorite day. Some people care too much. I think it's called love. The things that make me different are the things that make me. I'm not lost, for I know where I am. But however, where I am may be lost. A little consideration, a little thought for others, makes all the difference. If there ever comes a day when we can't be together, keep me in your heart. I'll stay there forever. People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Rivers know this, there is no hurry. We shall get there someday. Promise me you'll always remember, you're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. On Tuesday, when it hails and snows, the feeling on me grows and grows that hardly anybody knows if those are these or these are those. Mind over matter will make the poo on fatter. Pay attention to where you are going, because without meaning you might get nowhere. Come, come, come. Without a monster or two it's not a quest, merely a gaggle of friends wandering about. When you are pretty sure that an adventure is going to happen, brush the honey off your nose, and spruce yourself up as best you can, so as to look ready for anything. The Old Testament is responsible for more atheism, agnosticism, disbelief, call it what you will, than any book ever written. It has emptied more churches than all the counter-attractions of cinema, motor bicycle and golf course. I do remember, and then when I try to remember, I forget. Wherever they go, and whatever happens to them on the way, in that enchanted place on the top of the forest, a little boy and his bear will always be playing. To her hand in hand we come Christopher Robin, and I to lay this book in your lap. Say you're surprised? Say you like it? Say it's just what you wanted? Because it's yours because we love you. It is hard to be brave when you're only a very small animal. Before beginning a hunt, it is wise to ask someone what you are looking for before you begin looking for it. Once upon a time there were 3 little foxes who didn't wear stockings, and they didn't wear socks, but they all had handkerchiefs to blow their noses, and they kept their handkerchiefs in cardboard boxes. Bouncy trouncy flouncy pouncy fun 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 fun. The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. The spring has sprung, the grass is riz. I wonder where the birdies is? How sweet to be a cloud, floating in the blue. We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh? Asked Piglet. Even longer, Pooh answered. It is hard to be brave, said Piglet, sniffing slightly, when you're only a very small animal. The average man finds life very uninteresting as it is. And I think the reason why is that he is always waiting for something to happen to him instead of setting to work to make things happen. You can't help respecting anybody who can spell Tuesday, even if he doesn't spell it right, but spelling isn't everything. There are days when spelling Tuesday simply doesn't count. A pipe in the mouth makes it clear that there has been no mistake, you are undoubtedly a man. A day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey left inside. As soon as I saw you, I knew a grand adventure was about to happen. Owl hasn't exactly got brain, but he knows things. If the person you are talking to doesn't appear to be listening, be patient. It may simply be that he has a small piece of fluff in his ear. When late morning rolls around, and you're feeling a bit out of sorts, don't worry, you're probably just a little 11 o'clockish. The nicest thing about the rain is that it always stops, eventually. I have a house where I go when there's too many people. I have a house where I go where no one can be. I have a house where I go where nobody ever says no, where no one says anything, so there is no one but me. Always wear a smile, because your smile is a reason for many others to smile. A beer, an enthusiast has said that it could never be bad, but that some brands might be better than others. But now I am 6. And I'm clever as clever. And now I think I'll stay 6 now forever and ever. No doubt Jack the Ripper excused himself on the grounds that it was human nature. Always watch where you are going. Otherwise, you may step on a piece of the forest that was left out by mistake. Eeyore, the old gray donkey, stood by the side of the stream and looked at himself in the water. Pathetic, he said. That's what it is. Pathetic. And by and by, Christopher Robin came to the end of things, and he was silent, and he sat there, looking out over the world, just wishing it wouldn't stop. Then, would you read a sustaining book, such as would help and comfort a wedged bear in great tightness? If one is to be called a liar, one may as well make an effort to deserve the name.